teeny tiny test track setup with the Cudas. We've gotten a lot of questions online since Friday's video about the cars, about whether they have lights, about the motor. Original green Cuda. This Cuda is not being re-released. This is not one of the 5 cars that was re-released, just to be clear. This motor has an RX-42B in it. I've raced this at my club. I've driven it at my club several times. And actually this one still has the magnet in it. You can hear the speed of the motor bending down so you can hear that. Hopefully you can hear it. And now the new motor. You can definitely hear it's a higher pitch. And to prove that, it smells a little warm there actually. So just some quick laps. This is 8 volts. You can see no lights and you can see the speed of the car, right? Again, this is 8 volts. You can see the lights and the car is definitely just a little bit faster on this teeny tiny track. I'm holding it flat down. Again, 8 volts. You can see it's going pretty quick. It may not be able to see that in this video, but it's a little faster, I'd say, than the green one. And this is a prototype. This hasn't been tuned. I haven't opened it up. Nothing. It's straight out of the box from Spain. Anyway, so you can see the difference in the motor a little bit. You can see that this car definitely has lights, as do all these cars. They have lights. Here, let me see if it'll... It's not going to show it because that's reversed. But anyway, you can see from there. Can you see that? Yes, you can see the lights. Good, good. And you can definitely see the tail lights, can you? Yes, you can. Now keep in mind, these are prototypes. These don't have the proper paint around the rear, around the tail lights. There's like bezels that's they're kind of chrome. Well, this one actually doesn't either. This was an original, this was an early sample of the green car that was done years ago. Anyway, so lights, a little quicker. Definitely a little smoother. You can hear the difference. Definitely a little smoother. Definitely sounds a little quicker to me. Also an unbroken end motor. So just to be clear again, because I know that there's been a lot of questions about this online, what you got here is 5 new cars. This car is not new. This car is not being re-released. These 3 are the cars that have been that have just been released, that are going to be the most commonly available cars. There were 500 of each of these cars made. 500 of this, and this. A total of 1,500. There were 50 of the black cars made. 50 of the white cars made. These cars were essentially made to be sold or to be included with dealers' orders when they ordered a full case of each of these other cars. They were... No, I'm not taking that. No, I'm not taking that call. They were meant to be included with dealers' orders when they had ordered a full case of these other cars. So these cars are going to be extremely rare. They're not going to be listed on dealers' websites, guys, because they may only get 2 or 3 of these cars, depending on how many of these cars they order. Okay? So you're going to have to talk with the dealers, and I would call them. And if you ordered, you know, a complete set of these cars, you know, one of each of the cars, maybe they'll sell you the premium car that they got, the black or the white car. I don't know. You're going to have to talk directly with the dealers. That's what I'd suggest you do. Because like I said, you can't get, they're not going to put for sale, you know, 1 car on a website if they got 1 or 2, you know, 1 of these and 2 of these, or back, whatever. Even if they got 4 of each of these, they're not going to be able to, they're not going to put a listing on their website for 4 cars, okay? So they're going to be able to order these in a higher quantity. Now, There may be more cars made in the future. At the moment, what we had gotten SCX to say, and I pointed this out in the other video, or what SCX committed to was they're not going to make these exact liveries again with these exact colors. So if you want an orange AAR Cuda exactly like you see here, this is the way that they've made it once. They've promised us they're not going to make it again in exactly this way. Would we make an orange one with none of these decorations? Maybe, but we're not counting on that yet. So the point is, the AAR Cudas, as you see them here, just like with the green one, the green one's not going to be made again, like you see it here. So, you know, this was not re-released. Cars are not re-released, generally speaking. I've made this point in several other videos. There's no such thing as make more, usually. Cars are run once, and that's usually it. You get one run of a car from any company, and they've run them once, and they're done. There's no such thing as in production. I don't know how many times I've got to mention this. Well, I've got to mention it because it's hard for people to understand. That I get. That I do definitely get that. That it doesn't make any sense because, you know, you think, well, other things are kept in production. Slot cars are not, right? Slot cars are made once, and then 95% of all slot cars are never made again, unless it's a car in a set, and then the set was rerun. Those cars are made again. Or in very limited cases, like there was a Mad Max car for Scalextric that was commissioned by a dealer, and he took the entire run of whatever it was, 1,500 or 2,000 cars, because he wanted the Mad Max car again. But nearly no car is kept in production. Once a car is made by any company, it's done, okay? So, you know, if you like these cars, and these are extremely low-run cars, no one in the modern era that I know of makes runs of 500 cars. Together, there was a run of 1,600, set that aside, of 1,600 total cars here. 50, 50, 500, 500, 500. The reason the price is higher is because this is a very limited production run made for one person who paid for all of them, shipped them into the U.S. They just arrived a few weeks ago, actually, and it's just been cost on top of cost on top of cost, waiting for them to get through customs, waiting for them to be cleared by customs, some problem in customs. It's just been the shipping. It's been an interesting learning experience, having been involved now with the entire process. Okay, who's going to have these? So I know of 3 people already, well, 4, that will have these for sure. Obviously, GTslotcars.com. That's who is also Lakota Collectibles. That's who made these, okay? He is in turn selling them to dealers that he's going to reach out to. So I know of 3 other dealers. Cloverleaf Racing has ordered some. Slot Car Corner has ordered some. LEB has ordered some. At the moment, there's going to be more. This is I just made this video, you know, 2 days after the initial announcement. Already these dealers have committed to buying them, and they're probably already being shipped to them. There's going to be more. There may be one in the UK. I think that's being worked out now. But so those are the dealers that I know of so far that are going to have them. I also will have a set of the colored ones that I'm going to be selling myself, but not right at the moment. I'm going to wait a couple weeks. Part of my compensation for doing the project, I've spent a lot of time on this for the last 9 months, I guess, doing the project, getting the samples done, that sort of thing. So I'm going to have a sets of these cars. I think I'm going to buy, well, 8 sets of the cars maybe. I'm going to have some for sale personally. But setting that aside for a second, I'm going to have links down below to the people who are selling them now. And that's the primary place you should get these, guys. And this video is sponsored by Slot Car Corner. They've helped me out a lot in the past. They're good folks, and I wanted to give them, you know, some publicity here, and thanking them again for the support. They're going to have these cars for sale. Whether they have these cars or not, I can't say for sure. They're not listed on the website. If you want them, I would suggest you call Slot Car Corner, call LEB, call Cloverleaf, and ask if they're gonna have those available for sale. If they only get one or two of each of these, will they sell the ones that they get? I don't know. They may not. These are technically, all the retail on them is going to be $80, $79.95. But, you know, with so few of each of these cars done, are these cars going to be $80? That's unlikely. You know, these dealers are going to sell those for whatever they want, basically. It's a collector car. It's going to be sold for more money. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. There may be more done in the future, so more Cudas done in the future, different colors by Rich. But you know, these are what we got now. I'm not worrying about what might happen. I'd like to see this project through, make sure all of these get sold nice, and then we'll worry about what happens in the future. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate all the likes, all the comments, all the shares of the videos, and yeah, it's really meant a lot. And thanks again to Slot Car Corner for sponsoring content here on the channel. I really appreciate it, and see you all again soon.